Hey guys, if you didn't know, a few days ago I did a stream testing to see if it was worth doing dragons with about 60 mil worth of eyes. What was the result? It was not worth it in the slightest. All I did was lose money. I lost over 50% of the money I invested into doing it. It is not worth doing at all. There is so much more I could have done with that money. I could have just instantly bought a full superior set and an AOTD and just been done with the end content. Now, there are certain items, like, the legendary Ender Dragon pet, that do make placing eyes worth it. However, you will almost never get this item. Probably about 1 in 5k, 1 in 10k people get this thing, maybe. I still have not got one. I don't know if other people do dragons, but very few players have got them, even after spending billions on eyes. So you need to be very lucky to get one. Which is a shame. I would have loved to get one. Probably would have made my YouTube / Skyblock career, but whatever. So what did I get from the 60 mil eyes? Nothing that exciting. You might want to cover your eyes for this. It will make you very sad. So we got the first bag here. We got 2 ATDs, some Reforged Stones, and Unstable Wise and Young. This all in all amounts to less than 10 mil in loot, which is kinda an oof. Same thing with the next bag. Do you think it'd be more? No, it's not. It's literally even worse than the last bag. Only 1 Reforged Stone, 2 ATDs, with a bunch of other trash as well. And onto the final bag. We actually got 3 OTDs. This was probably our best bag out of them all, with 3 OTDs, a Reforged Stone, and a strong helmet. We got 0 superiors in these 3 bags. The person I was running with Sarite, if you guys happen to know who he is. He's a streamer on Twitch. He, I believe later on that day, said he went 11 bags without a superior. And he was placing 2. So if he's placing 2 or 4 that whole time, he went so long without a superior. And I just went 3 bags. Imagine going 11 bags with a superior. You are bleeding money for 11 bags. That is insane. That in itself shows, hey, don't do this content. So if I were to sell all those items, I probably lost pretty much over 40 mil, give or take. Which, to me, is definitely a good reason why you should not do the end. It needs a lot of work to fix what is going on with it. One of my ideas to fix this content is reduce the amount of materials needed to summon the dragon. If you guys have never been to the end, don't know how it works, let me just give you a brief rundown on how the dragon fight works. So you get 8 summon eyes, you place them in here. Normally that's between 2 to 4 players in your party placing 2 or 4 eyes. So some kind of arrangement there. Get 8 in here, summons a dragon, random dragon, you beat it up, and then you get placed and you get a certain amount of weight and you get a certain amount of get loot, stuff like that. My idea is split this in half, aka only take 4 summon eyes to fight a dragon. Because as Skyblock moves on into the future, more updates come out, like dungeons, this new island, the Abyss, which is supposed to be coming sometime this year, if it even does, but that's a whole other topic for another video, which I do actually want to talk about that later on today. But by having 4 eyes required to do a fight, it would help the end dramatically. Because as it is so hard to find players to place 2 eyes. That is a 1.2 mil investment people have to make. But if it's only 4 eyes, eyes might, go up to 800k per if they're like that, since it only takes 1 eye and people would buy a lot more. But only taking 4 to someone would be great. Because once no one plays the end anymore, maybe there's some new players that want to experience the old content. Be like, oh man, I can't get anyone to fight with me. There's 8 eyes, I need 8 eyes to fight, and they're expensive. But if it was only 4, it's a lot more doable, a lot easier to find people, and with a reduced weight system, a lot more people can get better placement loot, because it's easier to get higher up in the placements with just placing, since right now there's a big issue with the leaderboard, where people can come in, steal first, and get a helmet, and they didn't even place. So they're pretty much stealing loot from everyone else who plays, which is not fair at all. I don't know why this hasn't been addressed. It is not fair to, any of the players that place. And I feel for them when someone comes in and steals superior boots, like I've done it to people, have people done it to me. It is not a good experience in the slightest. So besides that, another thing is the Abyss, which is something I want to talk about. So At the end might never see the light, like never see a new update to help fix it, but that doesn't mean the end was a failure in the end. Get it? The end. But the Abyss could be the end 2.0, which I think could be amazing. Since the Abyss seems to be, or sounds like it'll be a fishing island, since it revolves around the divers set, but they could add in a new dragon-like boss, which maybe they spawn sea creatures in the island, where it's like the end, you gotta get like this star or something, and you put the star on an altar, and after 8 stars, it summons like, you know, some mini boss you gotta fight, and you get loot, just like the Ender Dragon. I think that would be so cool if they make the end 2.0. Like, I know I'm just kind of throwing a random idea out there, and probably getting some people hyped more than, you know, they probably should be. But I think that would be a really good idea. Since, you know, remaking the end was one of the best content updates come to Skyblock. It was fun. It had a lot of challenge at first. If anyone even remembers when it came out, these mobs were horrifying. Even in full divers, you'd just be like, ah, it looked at me, and you'd run away, you know? Like, it was scary. Like, I think just something like that would be cool, but actually make it a good, scalable difficulty where, you know, now you get people just be like, random nons just farming eyes, and they don't even have to care in the world because they just murder everything. But way back then, things were hard. Back when I was a boy, things were tough. Which, I just hope they bring that back. Like, making an end 2.0 would be great for the game. I merely just want to go back to doing some kind of viewer-eyes, you know, content with the stream that I actually managed to do, where it doesn't punish me, which is my next point. Well, I wouldn't mind doing dragons, even now, if the loot was just slightly better and other people couldn't screw me over. That's my main point with that. But yeah, all in all, please, please, please avoid doing dragons. It is not worth your time in the slightest. I'm an example of that. I'm sure these other people who do dragons all day are a prime example as well, because they are probably just bleeding money as well. And I'm sorry if I got anyone hyped for the whole Abyss thing, but if you guys didn't see my other video, I was talking about the new enchant that is potentially coming, because that Minikloon showed off in the Skyblock community, which hinted at a new fishing update, and the Abyss is linked to the Diver's Armor, so it could have something to do with that. And I just really think it would be really cool having an end 2.0. I know I'm like repeating that point, but I'm just kind of too hopeful about this game, I guess. Even though there's not really like anything to show me that, hey, don't be hopeful or be hopeful. But yeah, I won't keep you guys much longer. If you guys are new, maybe think about subscribing. We are going for daily live streams, and we upload every few days, so help support the channel. You know, maybe help us get that red name. We are getting so close. Let me think about that. But yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Catch you in a stream or video. Take care, guys. Bye.